Hey there, food lovers and adventure seekers. Have you ever heard of a festival where people get to throw tomatoes at each other? No, I'm not kidding. You're in for a treat as we explore La Tomatina, the world's largest food fight, held annually on the last Wednesday of August in the charming town of Buñol, Spain. Imagine a sea of people, all drenched in red, laughing and hurling tomatoes at one another. It's a sight to behold. La Tomatina is not for the faint of heart. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it's an absolute blast. But it's not just about the tomato fight. La Tomatina is a week-long celebration of food, music, and Spanish culture. It's an experience that will leave you with unforgettable memories and maybe even a new appreciation for the humble tomato. So, are you ready to dive into the juicy details of this unique festival? Let's go! You might be surprised to learn that La Tomatina doesn't have centuries of history behind it. This wild and wacky festival started in 1945, quite by accident. Legend has it that a group of friends got into a playful food fight during a parade in Buñol. They grabbed some tomatoes from a nearby vendor, and the rest, as they say, is history. Finally, in the 1950s, La Tomatina became an officially recognized festival. Since then, it has grown from a small-town event to an internationally renowned celebration, attracting thousands of visitors from all over the globe. Now let's talk about the main attraction, the tomato fight itself. The day begins with the Palo Jabon, a greasy pole challenge where participants try to climb to the top to reach a ham. It's a slippery and hilarious spectacle, and the crowd goes wild cheering on the climbers. At precisely 11 a.m., a loud cannon shot signals the start of the tomato fight. Trucks loaded with overripe tomatoes arrive, and the streets transform into a massive, pulpy battlefield. The rules are simple. Squash the tomatoes before throwing them to avoid injuries, and watch out for the trucks. For the next hour, it's pure tomato mayhem. Laughter, screams, and the sound of tomatoes splattering fill the air. The streets run red with tomato juice, and everyone is fair game. It's an experience unlike anything you've ever seen or felt. After exactly 1 hour, another cannon shot signals the end of the fight. The tomato throwing stops, and an eerie silence falls over the tomato-drenched town. Section 4. Cleaning up the mess a town bathed in red. You might be wondering, how on earth do they clean up after this massive tomato fight? It's actually quite impressive. Fire trucks hose down the streets, washing away the tons of tomato pulp. The locals are incredibly efficient, and within a couple of hours, Buñol is almost spotless. The acidity of the tomatoes actually helps to clean the streets. But the cleanup isn't just left to the authorities. Many locals and participants join in, using hoses and buckets to wash away the remnants of the tomato battle. It's all part of the fun and the community spirit of La Tomatina. And what about the participants themselves? Well, they're usually covered head to toe in tomato pulp. Many wear goggles and protective clothing, and some even bring their own water guns for rinsing off. Section 5. Beyond the fight, a week of festivities. La Tomatina is much more than just a one-day food fight. It's a week-long celebration filled with music, parades, dancing, fireworks, and of course, delicious food. The festivities begin a week before the tomato fight with open-air concerts, street parties, and competitions. One of the highlights is the paella cooking contest, where locals showcase their culinary skills by preparing massive pans of paella, a traditional Spanish rice dish. The atmosphere throughout the week is electric, with a sense of anticipation and excitement building up to the main event. It's a fantastic opportunity to immerse yourself in Spanish culture, enjoy live music and entertainment, and savor the flavors of traditional Spanish cuisine. So if you're planning on experiencing La Tomatina, be sure to arrive a few days early to join in the pre-festival festivities. You won't regret it. Section 6. Join the fun tips for participating in La Tomatina. Ready to join the world's biggest food fight? Here are a few tips to make the most of your La Tomatina experience. Buy your tickets in advance. La Tomatina has become incredibly popular, and tickets sell out quickly. Plan your accommodation early. Buñol is a small town, and options fill up fast. Wear clothes you don't mind getting ruined. Consider goggles and shoes with good grip. Leave valuables at your accommodation. Follow the rules and squash tomatoes before throwing. Embrace the chaos and have fun.